Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, before I take my hand, wait, first, can you guys see me and hear me? Someone let me know. Thank you, Jill. Okay, I'm going to take my hand off my face. It is not a bruise. I went back to another IPL sun damage removal treatment, and she turned up the laser a little bit. So we're not looking so good, but it's not a bruise. It's just my freckles and sun damage coming off. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to stay on till about 11 o'clock today, and I have to go collect my child. Let me go back up to 9:45. All right, so just one more time. My face is not bruised. It is sun damage removal. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure I say that a couple more times. I keep picking up and seeing my phone at 11:11 and 1:11. Is there a message for you? Something that was previously blocking you from feeling content being vulnerable is being removed. There's some kind of fear that's subsiding because you made some kind of choice. I just want to word it as like you chose yourself, or you chose what was best for yourself, despite what someone else felt about it. So there's the numbers that you're seeing are signifying coming into alignment. Which month will I start work? Oh, that's direct. We have November coming up. Page of Cups, Five of Wands in reverse. It feels like, excuse me, maybe something that you don't all the way feel ready for, maybe something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, or something that you feel maybe underqualified for that you end up getting, but you beat out the competition. So even if you don't feel prepared or ready, you are ready because you beat out people who may have felt more ready. But November is coming up as significant. I want to say by November, not in November, like by November. How to manifest a new home, rent, apartment, or buy home, mobile or other. This is like there's an opportunity to have a conversation with someone that leads here. Three of Wands in reverse, almost like something that you're not looking into yet as an option. Something a little bit more private. So to me, private would be less apartment, because that would be the opposite of private. That to me would be more like mobile home, but I don't know if it's signifying someone that you know would have like some kind of hookup for you. But this is like talking to someone you haven't talked to yet will lead to an offer, and it feels like it's pointing to mobile home. I also want to say that feels kind of like a temporary thing, like not a forever. So maybe if you have that in mind as you're looking, that it's more of a temporary, transitionary, I guess is the word. Will I have enough money to pay bills until I get my first paychecks? Yes, I'm wondering if there's a way to do some kind of maybe payment plan. Like if you set up something ahead of time, knowing that you're going to be a little tight, to spread out one of the higher bills. It feels like yes, but because of a solution, because of like, I'm thinking ahead and planning for this now. So I don't know if that's like doing a pay in 3 instead of pay in 1 for like one of your higher bills, or some kind of financial relief. It feels like there's a solution, but it requires some kind of action on your part. A message for my Aunt M from Granny Margaret. Aunt M from Granny Margaret. I kind of read this as an apology, like there's something that she felt like she should have brought closure to before her passing that she didn't have the time to bring closure to. Yeah, it's like I didn't offer it to you then, so I'm offering it to you now. Everything happens for a reason. Trust the divine plan. When you find coins, know it's a sign. When she finds either random money or some kind of coin, go to song 3 and 5 on a playlist. I almost feel like if she says to you when this happens, but it's almost like a direct wrapping up of the apology that she wasn't able to give when she was still here. It might, maybe apology isn't the right word, more like closure of something. She wants to help offer closure. And I just had the star on the bottom of the deck and the world behind it. So I want to offer you closure from where I am. Why am I getting no replies to applications I have filled out? How long will it be before I find another job? The world. I would say that there's a need to do something differently here. I don't know if it's following up, even if that's a little bit out of your comfort zone. I don't know if that is maybe applying for things that feel a little bit out of your league or out of your skill level. It's like you're Nine of Pentacles here. There's something better than where you're looking. And it's almost like you're meant to see yourself as ready for more in some regard. I almost feel like you're selling yourself short in terms of what you could be making. So maybe look at like whatever the next bracket of money would be per hour. Yeah, it feels like that's kind of what's holding you up there with the Hanged Man. So follow up, stepping out of your comfort zone and applying for something that feels like a step up. Any messages for you? You're wondering why, if you're making progress, why you're still uncomfortable in some regard. But it's because you're healing some form of previous self-sabotage because of a inner peace obstruction, sacral chakra. So sacral chakra is our identity. It's really like how we connect with ourselves on that more intimate level, and inner peace obstruction is clearing. So it feels like the discomfort that you're feeling is because things are coming to the surface that you're now ready for, because you're no longer self-sabotaging. And in that case, that would probably be you were previously numbing, which is why you feel uncomfortable now, because you're not numbing your feeling. You're heading in the right. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles, commitment. Was that just frozen that whole time? I hope not. Any insights? There's a need to take some kind of chance here on yourself. It's almost like you're judging yourself harshly, or you're holding yourself back from something that you're actually ready for. This is like the competition, actually competition, because it's different than what you have to offer. So don't look at it as there's not a spot for you. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. There's a need to step out of a comfort zone here to get this Wheel of Fortune in your energy, because it's there, but it's like you need to reach out and grab it. Hello, everyone that's coming in. Just to say again, these are not bruises on my face. I got sun damage removal. I just want to say that a couple more times, just so I'm sure everybody knows. Okay, let's get back to this. Why are people so against me at the moment? This is like your light is reminding them of what it is that they don't like about themselves. So if they're viewing a reflection of themselves as coming from you, they're viewing you as what they don't like about themselves. So it's not really a you thing. This is like they're trying to defend against seeing themselves clearly in the reflection that you're. Either you recently had a glow up, you recently had, that could be internal or external or both. You recently had something that's making people feel like, why am I not progressing forward as well? Yeah, the star. And they can see it. They don't like it. So it's more of they don't like themselves, not you. Grandson H in last conversation, was it W or B? Was it W or B? W, B. Is there another option? This is not handing it. This literally would be like H handing the answer to you, but it's in reverse. This is the opposite of turning the light on. And then this is lack of like self-exploration. Wondering if there's an option that you haven't explored yet that's not either one of them. Song from H. Well, Outnumbered came on by Dermot Kennedy as I just went to click on the playlist. City of Stars by Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Oh, wasn't that the star that just came out? I feel like it's a third option. Does James have feelings for me? I feel like James is not sure what James wants. This is like, I have not felt anything for such a long time. I'm being free from that. So you make me realize how numb I am because I've been focused on distracting myself with work or something like that. So it feels like you're unnumbing what was previously like a block of ice. But I don't know if it's necessarily gotten to the point that you're hoping it would be at right now, but that's not like a lack of feelings for you. It's more of like, I got to break through all the ice first to get there, if that makes sense. Will taking GLP-1 help my pain and inflammation? Either there's a better option or it would need to be in combination with another factor. Yeah, this would be like use of multiple tools. So would it help? Yes, but there's something else that needs to go with it to make it as effective as you'd like. Still getting used to having this microphone in my way. Did my oldest see my papa after he passed? He pointed to his pic and said he would come play with him. Yeah, that's offering a cup of love, a holy grail. It's literally a hand holding a cup of love coming out of the cloud with a white dove above it. So big yes. Hand in the cloud. Yes, I didn't want to leave, but because I had to leave, that was my option to offer the cup of love. Happiness lies within the memories we created, never forget. On the other side of the rainbow. What health issues? What health issues? It feels like something is going in the right direction. You've made some kind of change that's helping alleviate. I almost want to say like alleviating the symptoms of something so that you can get to the root of it. So like if you're not distracted by the symptoms, you can figure out what was causing the symptoms, if that makes sense. But this feels like something heading in a positive direction. Yeah, King of Cups, positive direction. If you're aware of health issues, but it's more of like, I think you needed the encouragement that you're going in the right direction with the efforts that you're making. Will I always live week to week financially? Not necessarily, but there is a spiritual lesson that is, you know how everything is like a manifestation of what's happening internally. There's a lesson that is kind of the cause of why you're going through what you're going through. Spiritual disconnect. feeling disconnected from a higher power source or spiritual essence, forgiveness blockage. Excuse me. It feels like self-forgiveness about not being where you think you should have been yet. There's some kind of redirection that actually was divine protection, but you're not seeing it as that because you're not where you want to be in terms of comfort yet. So there's a need to forgive yourself so that you can reconnect and figure out a solution, because there is a solution for healing. It just requires that like divine authority to kick back in to overcome the spiritual lesson that's attached to why you're experiencing the frustration in finances. Thank you for becoming a member. Pull a card. I'm going to go to the other list in 1 second. Oh. Before you judge someone about their anger, first ask them about their pain. There's someone that you feel harshly judged by, but they're not seeing you because they can't really see themselves. So there's a message of like, it's not a you problem, it's a them problem. Any messages from Elle who passed away recently? I feel like there's some unexpectedness with this passing. There's some, I don't feel like it's necessarily to you, but it's like for you to help someone to carry on something, like carry on Elle's name in some way through someone that was close to Elle. It feels like someone that's younger, but the message for you is almost like that person's going to need guidance or like encouragement in some way to kind of step outside. They might not have anyone else to like be that nurturing figure. Almost like Elle wants you to keep an eye on the person who's going to be carrying on Elle's name in some way. Remember me by the house. Yeah, younger. Someone younger. It's a little kid in the pictures. Giveaway winner, Claire Johnson. Will Daisy's family get answers as to why Daisy had to leave us before she was meant to? It's been 9 months. Why doesn't her family have answers yet? Daisy's family get answers as to why Daisy had to leave us. Daisy's family get answered as to why Daisy had to leave us all well before she was meant to. Well, yes, well, definitely before she was meant to. There's some secrecy or something hidden here. I just want to word it as like a deeper meaning here. There's something in Daisy's passing that's supposed to have lives and say, what do I need to do better for me? How do I need to show up for me? This is like higher level soul pick the appropriate lessons on earth that would make an impact more on those around the situation. Like outside looking in, this death is supposed to have a big impact on the way that people treat themselves. I don't know if this is the right word, but I'm kind of getting like martyr type energy, like from a soul level. Like I signed up to help everyone around me that needed a boost, to get a boost of, okay, now I need to pour into myself, if that makes sense. It's been 9 months. Why doesn't her family have answers yet? Is there something they're avoidant, not on purpose, but like my throat is, hold on. Is there someone they're avoiding talking to, or someone that they're having a difficult time getting a hold of? Is some kind of answer that's available, but it requires springing into action and turning around and facing these cups instead of these cups. Depending on the situation, that could be like a private investigator. That could be like a second look at something medical. But it feels like almost like someone they hire to do a second look into something that was brushed over by whomever looked into it the first time. It's been a long search. Will the office in Rock Hill be the right place to get my dental surgery? I don't think your search is over yet. I don't like it. No. This is like, am I back? I hope so. Okay. All of my things are going out. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, guys. Yes. The Ten of Pentacles here would be a lack of a long-term solution. The Queen of Wands in reverse would be some kind of drama. And the High Priestess in reverse is like, you're not expecting it. So it feels like something doesn't go all the way right. And that's interesting because literally nothing is going right on my whole desk right now. So I don't feel like that's the right place. It actually just kind of like knocked both of my cameras out. I'm wondering if it's something visual that they end up not doing the way that you want, if that makes sense. Or it could be like excessive swelling or something, like, because both cameras just went out. Will my son Jay ever find a permanent partner? It feels like there needs to be clarity on the deeper wound that's causing, almost like he's attracting or manifesting partners that are trying to help him pinpoint what still needs to be healed that's under the surface. So that wound takes precedent over the relationship that could come. So the wound needs to be healed so that he can attract a partner that will also be healed. So it feels like that needs to happen first. And then after, almost like that in and of itself is proof that he's manifesting the level of healed that he is. So as he heals, he'll also manifest someone who's healed. And then that's where the permanent partner could come into effect. Forgiveness blockage and spiritual disconnect. It's kind of giving like a feeling of like hopelessness. So tracing back the hopelessness to where does the forgiveness, I'm wondering if it's a past partner that he needs to find a way to forgive himself for how he allowed that person to treat him. It feels like something along the lines of that. Should I tell Kay what I know about Dr. H? No. This kind of gives better to stay out of it or better to not talk right now, because someone has the ability to take what you are saying and flip it to make themselves look better or you look bad. So I would say no. Yeah, no, Wheel of Fortune. Better for you if you don't. And do one more and then hop back to the other list. Will CS eventually decide to come towards me, or will I have to be the one to pursue him? It feels like there's something that needs to be wrapped up on his end before, and it doesn't really necessarily feel like it's a relationship. It feels like it's a state of mind. Like, see how he's like looking at himself in the pentacle? It's like he needs to take a hard look at what he actually wants. Will he come forward? No, I feel like you're going to have to be the one to pursue him. But I don't feel like right this second is the best timing. It's like you need to be looking for signs of when it feels like he's doing some introspection first. Otherwise, it's like he'll block it, kind of. Not like block you, but like block the idea of it. Any messages from my spirit guides? Out is through. There's an opportunity to seize some kind of piece of happiness when it comes to your mindset, but there's a need to get better control over internal dialogue. It feels like you're being very hard on yourself right now. Shadow work is being highlighted. Needing to look at what shadows are coming to the surface and what they're trying to teach you, because they're not punishments, they're teachers. Will my sister get the job she interviewed for? I don't feel like she's going to get this one. I feel like there's a need to keep applying. Yeah, the sun in the reverse. Feels like there's a need to keep applying. So either it feels more likely she doesn't get it, but there could be some kind of delay as well. It just feels like there's going to be a different option that fits better. Come on, why is this not working? Sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening with my internet. Okay. Third time's a charm. Oh, you know what? It stormed really bad here all morning. I wonder if that's it. What is the real reason I'm not allowed to see my nephew? It feels like this was maybe like a direct call out. I'm wondering if you tried to give someone advice or something and they took it the wrong way. This feels like I'm coming from my ego, and something that you said to try and be helpful triggered someone's ego and made them feel like you were trying the case, and they know that, but it's like too late to backtrack now. Who? Ace of Pentacles. Whoever it is that's in charge of the finances feels like you tried to make them look silly, even though they realize now that it was you trying to give them advice or guidance or support in some way. Message from spiritual community and a token. A pumpkin. Halloween. Oh, whatever it is that you're waiting for to change in either career or finances, you're making the right change in strategy that will bring you a solution by October. This is like after October, you won't have to wait anymore. This says 52. So if we're going backwards, by October 25th, you'll have a solution to whatever it is that you recently their finances, career, could be something household related, maybe like a project or something. Will MCY ever find her soulmate? They just all agree. Yes, but there's a need to really break away from something in the past. It's like MCY is still seeing themselves from the projection of an ex who wanted to dim their light. So there's a need to see the truth about themselves so they can go into this 10 of Pentacles, like long-lasting, stable relationship. So yes, but there's a need to stop seeing through the eyes of an ex's projections. Message from spirit guides. The friend that you're unsure if you can trust is actually trustworthy. It's almost like you're either afraid that a friend is repeating a cycle from the past, or you're afraid that a new friend is repeating a cycle of an old friend that wasn't a good friend, but this friend you can trust. Could be a coworker as well. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. It's like you two have positive karma together. You're generating positive karma together. Should I start a side hustle on Etsy that I've been debating? Yes, because what you're doing is actually working through a wound of low self-concept, low self-worth, or like some kind of like fear of being seen or fear that there's no space for you. So it's bigger than just the starting it. It's what it actually means in terms of healing. So yes, that's why it won't let you stop thinking about it. What is the bottom self-limiting belief that is holding my theta healing client today back? So spiritual arrogance came out in reverse. So feeling there's like this feeling of I don't all the way feel worthy of the full healing, codependency wounds, and awakening. This person feels like they're leaving someone behind. This feels like a subconscious thing. Why is this lagging so bad? This feels, lagging so bad. Leaving someone behind. Okay, so confirmation. Subconsciously, if I'm your client, I feel as though if I move forward into healing, it's not fair to the other person who's not ready for their own healing. It's not a conscious thing, it's a subconscious thing. High priestess in reverse, the subconscious. That the subconscious is keeping this person from the wish. So it's not really like a cord that needs to be cut per se. It's like the mindset shift of I can help that person better if I allow myself to heal. That's like the dial that needs to be turned. Will our investments grow by 2024 or 2025? 2024. 2024 feels like you're still building up. It's not that you give up on it and you're like, no, this isn't for me, but it's that you're not getting the offer that you want yet. 2025 is coming up as Justice and Page of Swords in reverse. So no longer having to be in survival mode in terms of like decision making. So it feels like 2025. I want to say like the end of 2025 though. Yeah, the world would be the end of a cycle. So it feels like the end of 2025, 2026-ish. Why am I surrounded by entitled people at the moment? People who are avoiding self-reflection because they don't want to make the changes that would require effort. And you're noticing it because there's some kind of change that's going to be coming to your attention that your spirit team wants you to make. But they want you to be in the mindset of, okay, I don't want to be like how those people look. I'm going to put the effort in to make that change. A song and a message. Okay, I don't know how to say this. Coracao, Coracao by the National Parks. When you've reached the end and missed the start, there's some kind of cycle that you're wrapping up here, and it's going to feel like freedom. Oh, you cut some kind of cord, and now that person's no longer able to hold you back from moving forward. You're being offered a fresh opportunity to see yourself clearly because you're no longer pouring energy into someone who is depleting you. Will I get the better paying part-time job? There's some kind of delay. I don't know if that means you don't get this one, but you get a better paying part-time job that's not the one that you're referring to exactly. It does feel like you're going to be moving out of the lower paying part-time job, right? But there's either a delay or it's not the one that you're necessarily thinking, because the cycle's not over. This feels like another interview. So either there's going to be an additional interview that would be unexpected. Maybe there's like training that was unexpected, or maybe it's not this one, but another better paying one is right around the corner. So there is a solution. There's just a little bit more patience that's needed. Patience and action. Some kind of action on your part. So it could be a follow-up. Or it could be like additional training or another interview, or it could be needing to keep applying because there's something else that's a better paying job as well. All right, let me go to this list for a couple minutes. Did I do that one? Yeah. Is it time to leave something unfulfilling? Big yes. Once you set yourself free from it, you'll find a situation that suits you better and people that will, people who will see you based off of how you see yourself when you finally show yourself that you can handle walking away from something unfulfilling. So I would say big yes. Am I on the right path with my next writing project? You're missing something. There's some kind of choice that you need to make. It feels like maybe a choice that you were considering that you're like, I don't know about that all the way. You're meant to be bringing that in as well. Helping you almost like something that something you considered that in the past you wouldn't have considered, or you would have been like hard no, but this time you considered it but didn't go with it or didn't bring it in, and you're being called to bring that in. So right path, yes, but yeah, don't walk away from it, don't abandon the project, but there's something else that needs to come with you into it. Three of Cups in reverse. I wonder if it's like maybe something that's inspired from a past friend or something, or like maybe some kind of vulnerability that in the past you would avoid when it came to friends. Lauren, my daughter 11, would love to know who she was in a past life. Healer or witch? Let's see. We have the fall of civilization. Okay. Nature worship. The law. Fall of civilization, nature worship, the law. This feels like in a government overran type place, but remained a free spirit. So it's kind of giving like, I mean, we have nature worship, like almost a feeling of like a hippie, or the feeling of like, I'm going away from a place of over control to be free because I don't align with that. So that does feel like aligned with like a healer, a healer that became a healer when it was really needed by those who were stuck in place when she chose to be free. Yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse. It's like healer by the way of rescuing people from numbness because they were forced into numbness by like it feels like a government overthrow of some kind. I mean, it did say fall of civilization, so that would make sense. I think my guides have been telling me that financial stability is on its way. Is this through my corporate job or some other avenue? It feels like another avenue that's not connected to your corporate job. Yeah, that's where you break free at. Not your corporate job. What do we need to know about that? Some kind of group effort or collaboration that ends up setting you free. It does not feel corporate job. It feels like other avenue. I'm going to go back to the other list after this one. Will I sell my house if what month? Making a break from the past, nothing to worry about. Some kind of offer. It may not be the full offer that you want. This is like the offer wasn't finished maturing yet. So you may end up settling for a little bit less than what you desire. It doesn't feel like okay. So it feels like you're deciding at some point between, do I want to take this offer that may not be as much as I want and just get out from under this, or do I want to wait and see if I get a different offer? It feels like you're going to have an option. Stop waiting. So you're being encouraged to take the first offer, even if it's a little less than what you would like. Can we get an actual month? No, it was Saturday and it was in reverse. It feels it. I want to say by the end of the year is when that offer is going to come in, because we have the Hierophant, Justice in reverse. It does feel like at least the winter time, likely more towards the end of the year. And you might not love the first offer, but for some reason you're being encouraged to take it, even if it's a little less than what you'd like. Let me go back to this list. Where am I? Should I change my medication, and what is my energy? I'm wondering if you're asking if you should change it because there's some kind of side effect that you don't all the way love. It feels like there's something else that will help alleviate the side effect that should be tried first before changing the medication. So that could be diet, that could be hydration, that could be movement. It's like something else should be tried first before changing it. What is your energy? You're not sure what changes you need to make, but you feel like you're on edge. You're very on edge is the energy. And it feels like you're on edge because you're thinking a lot about how that's affecting you based off of the side effects. I would say that an appointment with whoever prescribes the medication would be a good idea to just get on file how you're feeling in case you do decide that you want to change it if nothing else helps to alleviate the symptoms. Will my feel great again health-wise? I feel like it's there'll be a point where it'll be less scary or less anxiety inducing. Like I'm not going to feel like I'm in survival mode per se, but it feels like energy levels aren't really going to get to where they could or should be. And it does feel like there's going to be, it almost feels like the amount that she'll need to take care of herself in order to maintain, that's going to be exhausting. So like a lot of like maintenance type work, it feels like it's going to be exhausting, but as long as that's kept up with, it feels like it's going to be manageable, but also exhausting. Will I ever find true love? There's a need to really address this heavy burden that's keeping this opportunity from really coming, because it's almost like you're being offered a cup that you don't want. It's almost like you're being offered. Is this frozen? Okay. It's almost like you're being offered a cup that you don't want because you're attracting a partner that would be representing a wound that still needs to be healed. Yeah, repetitive pattern syndrome. It's like you keep meeting the same partner in different people, or the same energy in different people, and it's because there's something that needs to be healed so that you can attract that true love. Trust deficiency. It's like other people proved to be untrustworthy so many times that you stopped trusting yourself. Does my husband's brother bother him? Sure does. There's something about like wanting to tell him before he left, either that he makes their mom very proud, or like how proud she would be of him. And it's this feeling of like, there's a lot that I would have told you before I left, but I didn't know how to like speak on certain things, because it feels like maybe this is someone who would hold back emotionally a lot in life. Oh yes, okay. Almost like if I would have been able to articulate it properly, I would have told you before I left how proud mom would be of you. Almost like I looked up to you in ways that I didn't let you see. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's encouraging him to take some kind of, I almost want to say like better care of himself in some way. Going to stay on another half hour, just so everyone knows. And if anyone is in here that was not in here in the beginning, I got sun damage removal. I did not get in a fight. Any messages from my dad? There's actually a solution that you're not seeing. You need to go back to the drawing board is what I'm hearing. There's something that these cameras are driving me nuts. Need to kind of go back to the drawing board and take inventory. You're not all the way seeing. I don't know why this is happening. Oh, that you're not all the way seeing, and then the camera goes out. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, guys. I need to figure out if this is from the rain or because I downloaded a new phone thingy because the other one was not working. Now this one's not working. All right, let me go to this list. Figuring out how to record and edit videos for my jewelry side business, and I'm posting now. Is that what you were getting at? Yes, but you're meant to be doing something else than just like product description, I guess. Like you're preparing to use that skill in a bigger way. So it's necessary for you to learn the skill so that when the time comes, you're like, oh, I can do this with this editing. So like almost like deeper content than just product showing, but you need the skill for that. Message from spirit guides. There's someone who needs your support. It's either you've been getting signs start to. almost like someone needs your advice or needs your listening ears because they don't really have anyone else to help in the way that you would be able to. They're resisting some kind of change, and you're going to see this in the communication that they use. So it's like you have the right insight for this person to move forward. What's the energy of this? When someone is committed to misunderstanding you, no amount of explanations is going to suffice. So someone who feels like there's no one else to talk to because everyone else judged them, but you are not that way. So it's that someone's going to be coming to you because it's specifically you that they need. It's like spirit team aligning with spirit team to get them to the right person that can help. Yeah, 5 of Swords in reverse on the bottom. So it's like whatever this is for you, it's also freeing you because it's completing some kind of cycle. You're seeing yourself in action, and it's helping you break away from chains that were holding you back. Song and message. Fire and Rain by James Taylor. And 2019 may be significant because it says 2019 remaster. I've seen Fire and I've seen Rain. So many days I thought would never end, but I always thought I'd see you again. Someone is about to resurface from the past, and it's not a good thing. You don't have anything to worry about per se, but be careful about people who pop back up for what feels like no reason. You don't need the lesson, so you're protected from it, but don't let anyone play with your emotions. I almost want to say, like, don't get your hopes up that this person has changed. Yeah, Judgment in reverse. Don't get your hopes up that this person has changed. There's some kind of release that you need from choosing yourself, but don't let it mess with your emotions. My feelings have been really big lately. Why am I feeling so emotional? Something you're not seeing. An opportunity to overcome that you didn't see coming. Feels like a wound coming to the surface on purpose so that you can reconnect spiritually. We have spiritual disconnect. There's something that you've been avoiding, a karmic blockage. You have recently, or you're about to realize why you had to go through something with someone that doesn't feel to still be in your life. But with karmic blockages, it's almost like that person's energy was still with you and you're starting to release it. So you're releasing energy that wasn't yours. And with that comes the other person's emotions. So it's almost like, you know, when you have a straw and you put the straw in the liquid, but you keep your finger on the top of the straw so that you put it in the liquid, then you put your finger and you pull up so the liquid stays in the straw. And then when you take your finger away, it releases all the liquid. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you right now you've pulled up all the energy that wasn't yours and you're about to release it out of your energy field. But you need to feel what comes up as that happens because you're breaking some kind of past karmic tie that after is broken, you'll be back in flow with your own emotions without the influence of theirs being wrapped up in it as well. I'm going to do 2 more on this list and then go back to the other list. Is that frozen? No. What's around Jonathan get better this month? This month, no. It feels like this is kind of continuing to walk on eggshells or continuing to not have the solid answers. Yeah, there's some kind of disconnect. 2 months. This is what? July, August, September. I feel like it'll be something that feels to be pressure released by the middle of September, not this month. September, right? July, August, September. Yes, the middle of September. All right, last one. I'm going to the other list. Will Chase get a job in Frankfurt closer to home? Yes. Not all the way as close as you'd like, I don't think. But yes, but it's almost like, yeah, it's like there's some kind of factor that's not ideal. So maybe the pay is a little less, maybe the drive it, well, you're saying closer to home, so that wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be the drive. Maybe it's like a bad boss, maybe it's like not the exact role that he would like, but there is going to be the opportunity to be closer to home. But it's almost like there's a minor sacrifice that's going to need to be factored in before he makes the decision. So like, do I want to take $1 pay cut or something to that effect? But there is a solution that's coming. Why does this move me when I come back? What is the first thing I need to learn? Tarot, human design, or something else? Tarot and something else before human design. Meditate, like guided meditation, or like ways to either redirect who would be your client's state of mind. So like I almost want to word it as like emotional intelligence training, so that when people's emotions come to the surface, you know exactly how to handle what comes out. So I don't know if that means you'll be doing a lot of deeper readings, but it feels like tarot and that would be before human design. Trying to see if there's anyone I didn't get. Am I frozen again? No. Any messages from my guides? There's some kind of group effort or collaboration that's coming in that you may need to not be in the role that you typically would be in. It's almost like you need to, I almost want to word it as you need to let someone else's bad idea fail so that your good idea is like a green light straight from the start. So if it feels like you're being asked to temporarily take a back seat in something, it's for your benefit. Yeah. It's like someone else needs to mess up, you come along and fix it, and it works out in your favor. This feels to be career related. Did I make the right decision politely saying no to an H and her friends? Did I make the right decision? There's someone who either is untrustworthy or not who they claim to be, or wouldn't have been in a like good energy that day per se, and you would have found out why. So like if you would have went, you would have found out why your gut was telling you to not go. So I don't think you're overthinking. I think you made the right decision. Because this is like, I'm fearing this is going to happen, and then I go and it doesn't happen, and it's okay. That fear was for nothing. This is like, I'm fearing this is going to happen. I go and it happens, and I'm like, okay, that's exactly what I was scared of. So I think you made the right decision. We found the person with DS for my oldest, and we have no response. Is there something we need to do different? I want to word this as there's like time needed, but I also, with justice in reverse, feel like there is something that needs to be done. something could help speed it up in a way that you're not factoring in. I'm wondering if you have to be a little bit more pushy, because Queen of Wands can be like the social queen. So like, if I have something to say, I'm going to say it type thing. So I'm wondering if there's like a need for like a follow-up or a need for like a little bit more pushiness. Truth. Reach out to someone in a queen, like as you are in the Queen of Wands energy. Be in the Queen of Wands energy when you're reaching out or trying to get answers. From the Christ Consciousness deck. Where do I have that at? Oh, geez. I'm going to flip the book. Let's see. Purity, return to innocence. Number 26 is the card. To remain of pure heart and mind at this time is emphasized, as well as being open to being showered in springtime colors and a burst of yellow, vibrant joy. Number 26. Go back to this list for a little bit. Night. It doesn't feel like anything bad happens, but it does feel like there's certain things that you're going to be like, I don't know if we're really on the same page about what we want in that regard. You may feel like this person isn't really ready for what you're seeking, and it feels like it feels like there's going to be a better option. Almost like, not that you won't want to see this person again, but it's like, I don't really feel all the way confident about where this can go because it doesn't feel that we're on the same page about something that's important. L wants me to nurture her daughter, M. Oh. Yes. I'm wondering if there's no one else that really can hold the space of patience like you can. Like, you have the patience to hear what's not being said is kind of how I want to word that. Yeah. You have the patience to hear what's not being said, but see where a potential imbalance could be coming from so that you can help come up with a solution. So yes, that is what I was referring to. What do my guides want me to know? Redirection is divine protection. There's some kind of falling out that you had with someone because you didn't need the lesson that they were going to bring into your life because of the karma attached to them. So this doesn't feel to be that recent, but like recent-ish. Some kind of falling out. There's nothing that you could or should have done differently. The redirection was divine protection. Almost like you didn't need to go down with this person's sinking ship type energy, but now you need to realize that there's nothing wrong with you that caused this. It's just something that like was actually right with you and something that they karmically needed to unpack without bringing you down with them. What can I know about my maternal grandmother? How did she feel about me? There's some kind of fear of passing along generational trauma and avoidance of thinking about that because I don't want to unpack what would happen if I pass down that generational trauma. So I keep my feelings private, or I hold back, or I almost like this form of escapism. A form of escapism due to pain, past life wounds, and lack of purpose. Almost like I'm being avoidant, but I'm also fearing that my avoidance is going to cause you to not be having all the pieces that you need for your own puzzle, but I'm not ready to all the way face my pain either. Past life wounds would be the generational element of it. I feel super depleted this weekend. Was it a flare or did I pull energy from what I was watching? It kind of feels like both. Almost like something is built up to then release previous to the weekend, which it feels like that happened before and maybe you didn't realize it, or maybe it was like minor externally but major internally, if that makes sense. It does feel like there was energy pulled from something, but it's almost like you were already on your way to depletion and then that kind of sped it up or like made it kind of feel like it was crashing. Almost like maybe you were very busy during the week and you didn't realize how depleted you were getting. And then when there was an energy pool from a different source, it was like, okay, now we need to rest. That's it. Got nothing left. That feels to be what the energy is there. Thank you for becoming a member. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. You're being called to move forward from something. Closing the door behind you so you can fully open. This feels like it has something to do with mindset as well. All right, guys, I'm not going to be able to get to all of these, just so you know. So no one else sends super chats because I have to go in about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to get to as many as I can on this and the other list. I'm going to do 2 more in this list and then hop back to the other list. How does my papa feel about me putting Whitney, his last name, as Nova's middle name to carry on his last name? He loves it. He loves that you're offering him this cup of love by passing this on. How do I word this differently? Almost like the energy attached to the name will be able to follow Nova, and that's something that he's very proud of. When you find, the coins card. So they're almost like he's saying the value in the name is going to be passed on and kept. And please understand that it was my time to go. So it was my time. What's that saying? Pass the buck? Pass the buck. He's happy to pass the buck because it was his time to go. Where's my playlist at? For Once in My Life by Stevie Wonder. Oh, if anyone was going to have it as the middle name, he's happy that it's Nova. Let me go back to this list. Oh, am I still glitchy? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening. I have to, I guess, reset my mod or my modem. Trying to see where I was on this list. 1 second. See if there's anybody I didn't get yet. Is my assumption about B accurate? Yes and no. Close but no cigar type energy. It's like you're reading correctly that something's going on, but there's like a dial that needs to be switched a little bit in terms of the way that you're seeing it. It feels like something in the way this person communicates is why you picked up on something, but there's a need to dig a little deeper. It's deeper than you think is what I'm getting. This is not frozen again. What is happening? Oh, there we go. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's anyone in the chat I didn't get to yet. Well, my mother-in-law's house sells. Yes, it feels like there's going to be at least more than one offer because there's some kind of choice to be made here. It almost feels like there's going to be a lower and a higher offer, but it feels like this is a situation where the lower may come in first. So don't jump at it right away is the feeling in this case. Because there's going to be a choice to be made. Should I stay at my current job or ask for a transfer? I feel like ask for a transfer, but I don't think that right now is the best timing. Almost like there's something that like I feel like you're aware of, okay, this would be a good timing to do it, and it feels like it's a little bit up ahead, not just right now. Wednesday. I would say about 3 months, which would put us where? July, August, September, October. I feel like October, middle to end of October would be a better time for the transfer. New member, thank you. Oh, I just almost dropped all the cards. To see someone's house of cards fall over. You're about to see some kind of truth that was previously hidden. Stop letting your potential go to waste because you don't feel ready enough. People with half of your talent are making serious waves while you're still waiting to feel ready. The little sign says, let's go. You're going to see clearly that there's more options than someone was trying to make you feel like there was. I'm going to stay on about 5 more minutes, guys, and I'm going to come back on tomorrow morning. Probably the same time. Message or token. It looks like a Aladdin, like the little genie thing. Out to see that you have some kind of tool that you weren't realizing that you have. This feels like an intellectual type tool, almost like you felt ill prepared for something that you're actually a lot more prepared for, but you needed to see yourself in action to realize that. This one's also catching my attention. You're about to see the good in a previously frustrating situation. What are the tokens? I don't know exactly what they're called, but if you search divination tokens on Etsy, a whole bunch will come up. There's also like a black set with white writing on it. I just ordered them as well. Divination tokens on Etsy. Let me go back to this list. Message from my spirit guides. Light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. That's why. This kind of gives like heavy lies the crown energy. You're going through an upgrade and you are being forced to kind of seize control over the pieces that were previously going with the flow. It feels like almost like your energy levels are being tested right now. How much can you handle as you go through this upgrade? It's like a calm before the storm, but like a positive storm. So I kind of want to word that as like, allow yourself time for meditation or simplification, simplifying. Simplify what you can, because you're going to be hitting the ground running soon. Will B and I work through this, or will we end our relationship in the next few months? Are you worried about third-party energy here? It's like, I have this feeling of you trying to convince this person to see your worth, and them saying they do, but not acting like they do. And you're getting tired of waiting around. You're getting tired of waiting around for this person to show you that they feel how they're claiming they feel. Yeah. There's some kind of difficult conversation that in the midst of the conversation, you're going to kind of be like, okay, it's probably over after this conversation. And it doesn't feel to be over then, but it feels like that pushes you to be like, okay, I need to make a decision. I would say it's kind of up in the air because it depends on if this person's going to show up in the way you need them to. And it feels like there's some hesitation on their part. Lives, and how does it connect with my life now? Astral experiences, leadership. You've had dreams about this. Performer. It's almost like you have some kind of recurring dream or dream that really sticks out to you, and you're like, what is that about? That is almost like you watching the past life. Yeah, blindfold coming off. Queen of Cups in reverse. Something that you would really like to do in this lifetime that you got to do in that lifetime. And it's almost like you feel like I'm dreaming it up because I want to do it in this lifetime, but it's because it was a part of you in a past lifetime. It almost feels like something like on stage. Like, I don't know if it's like by root of like politics or by root of like skill, talent, ability. It's like in front of a, but it feels like you've dreamed about this. Like, as I'm saying this, you probably know exactly what dream I'm talking about, it feels like. Am I stalled, blocked, waiting for door to open? Oh, wait, wrong playlist. 1 second. Numb by Ryan Oakes is the song. I stalled, blocked, waiting for door to open. You're being prepared for what comes next, and you're being tested to see how bad you really want it, and if you're willing to be patient with yourself through what it takes to get there. Yeah, waiting for your ships to sail in. It's not that what isn't coming to fruition fast enough is not happening. It's just your patience is being tested with how badly do you want it. Don't numb yourself to avoid the emotions. Frustration is bringing up a wound that needs to be healed so that you don't carry it into the next chapter. Is there a message related to new client GA? Will it be amazing or just a non-starter? I feel like it's more on the non-starter side, but there's something significant that comes out of it still for you. So I don't know if it's like this client leads to a different new client that actually does go where you want it to go, or there's some kind of lesson that you realize will help you in attracting the new clients, a change of strategy that you earn through this. It feels like there's something amazing coming relating to the client, but it doesn't feel to be the client themselves, if that makes sense. Am I going to BH at the concert next month? Yes, but is it possible this person could be with someone at the concert that you don't really like that person? Oh, that's a ring. Why'd that come up? It feels like this person is going to be talking to someone that is going to evoke a negative emotion in you. Like, I don't know if it's like this person is trying to hide another party, or they end up talking to someone there and you kind of see it at the wrong time that it looks like something else. It's almost like you feel like, what? Like this person has turned their back on what you're trying to offer them. I would say it's likely that you're going to at least see this person. If not in person, it could be like you see posts of them, and that's where the other party comes into play, perhaps. Will my lung doctor get my heart doctor in action? Something gets the heart doctor in action, but I don't think it's the lung doctor. I think it's something that they either see in a result or something that you do or say. It doesn't feel like it's coming from the lung doctor, but it does feel like there's a call to act. Let me go back to this list for a couple. Does my biological mother and biological half-brother know who I am? I feel like they know about you, but don't know the truth, or we're not given a lot of information. So this could be like having a general idea of maybe like location. It could be like saw maybe your social media or something, but like there's some blockage of part of it. It's like we don't have all the information, or we don't have correct information. Someone trying to I almost want to word it as like someone's trying to avoid a situation that could quickly turn sour. Trying to see if there's anyone I didn't get yet. I got a scar from a hot oil splash. How can I heal the scar? It's been 2 years and it got bigger. So the treatment that I got done is like a laser treatment, and it's for like skin pigmentation, brings it to the surface and like wipes it away. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. If something like that for scars would be an option. Something where it may be not really covered by like insurance or anything like that, like out of pocket, and something that you may have to go to a couple different sessions for. So not like a one and done, like I have to go stay committed to going back in the time frame that they give you, type of thing. So it does feel like there's a solution, but it feels like a more not home type solution. Like I have to go and get somebody else to do it, type of thing. So I guess I'd look into like laser scar treatment thing. Something along those lines. One second. Will it be this year I leave a situation or next year? I would say things get put into motion this year, but the situation begins to mature next year, where it's like, I'm almost wondering if it's something like I make the solid decision at the end of this year, and then it really starts to take effect next year, or I start to take action this year and I'm clearly out of it by next year. So it kind of feels like a mix of both, where it starts now and finishes up next year. I'm going to do about 3 more, and then I have to go get Gavin. Any messages from my father? Yes, that's him. That's you. Oh, that's him and that's you. There's, how do I word this? There's progress physically from what you're healing emotionally. So he knows that certain things have been really difficult for you to unpack, but he's proud of the way that you're doing that, because you've broken through some kind of barrier in terms of feeling emotions that others in your family line have more so struggled with. So it's like the numbness stops with you, and in letting yourself feel, you're getting the tools to build something in the 3D, so that you no longer have to be in survival mode. You to figure out a way out of this battle that you've been in, because it's time for you to feel restored, is what I'm hearing. If only I had known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. Something that was left to you, or something that you have that reminds you of him. I almost feel like the message is to like keep that with you. There's some bit of like energy that's going to help call in the missing puzzle pieces. Was there anything suspicious with KK death, or did it happen as I think? I don't feel like there's anything suspicious. I just feel like there's certain details that are being purposely kept a little bit more quiet on the surface, but it doesn't indicate anything nefarious under the surface. So I would say essentially basically as you would think, or as you think. Spirit orbs. I see all of your thoughts. Oh, so this would be the energy of the person confirming that your thoughts are on the right track. Oh, there is third party energy. Okay, that makes sense because we got what, 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups in reverse. It's weird. It's like I'm exploring my options, even though I know that what I have at home is better. It's kind of like a fear of commitment type energy. Like it could be too good if I just commit it to the point where then I'd be too scared to lose it from the other person's energy. Is there a way out of this financial problem? I feel like every bill is stuck no matter what I try. There is a way out. It feels like, see how there's like all the stars and then the one big star? This kind of makes me feel like either debt consolidation of or like almost like one big chunk to get all the little things all into one. I'm wondering if it's like a debt consolidation loan or something to that effect, just to kind of get going in the right direction. The Empress, yeah. There is a solution. It almost feels like something you wouldn't necessarily want to do, but it would help to pivot the stress level so that it felt more manageable until you can get more income in, almost like a spreading out of a consolidation and then a spreading out of what's owed. All right, I'm doing one more and then I have to hop off. I have to go get Gavin. What industry should I be focusing on for next job? Something much different than what you focused on in the past. This feels like something that you're solving intellectual puzzles or problems. That could be, that makes me think of like something along the lines of like accounting, bookkeeping, no, different direction. Almost like a scheduling or like a planning type thing. So less about finances and more about coming up with some kind of plan or solution to where there isn't one. It almost makes me think of like, you know, the people that come in and look at a company and say like, this is what you could be doing differently. It kind of makes me feel like some variation of that, if that makes sense. All right, last one, and then I have to hop off. Last conversation, grandson H. Was it W or B? I feel like these are different initials than the last time you asked, because I am getting more of a yes for W here. But it's like B is the wrong choice, move past B. If I already said no to W, though, in the last one, then it would be whoever is more like that option. If W wasn't already answered, then it would be W, if that makes sense. Yeah, confirmation. All right, everyone, I have to hop off. I am going to be back on tomorrow, probably at the same time. Thank you to all of my mods. Sorry to everyone that I did not get to. I think that's all. Oh, these are not bruises, sun damage removal. Just want to say that one more time. See you all tomorrow.